Ever wondered why our world feels so lopsided, with all those massive continents crammed together on one side, while the vast Pacific Ocean stretches out like an endless blue expanse? It's a puzzle that hits home when you spin a globe and realize just how imbalanced Earth really is. And trust me, it's not just a quirky map illusion. But here's where it gets interesting. This uneven setup isn't random. It's a snapshot of our planet's wild, ever-changing history. And this is the part most people miss. We're living right in the middle of it, with forces still reshaping the land beneath our feet. You might think continents are evenly sprinkled across the globe when glancing at a flat world map. But pick up a globe and tilt it toward the Pacific, and boom, you're staring at what looks like a water world from space. On the flip side, focus on Africa, Europe, and Asia, and it's a landlubber's paradise. So what's the deal with this continental cluster? Let's break it down simply, step by step, so even if you're new to geology, you can follow along without getting lost in the jargon. At the heart of it all is the concept of plate tectonics. That's the slow dance of giant slabs of Earth's crust floating on a molten layer below. These plates drift, collide, and pull apart over millennia, carrying continents like passengers on a slow boat. Blame it on the supercontinent cycle, a grand pattern repeating every 300 to 500 million years or so. During these cycles, most landmasses get pulled together into one enormous, connected supercontinent, where at least 75% of the world's land rises above the sea. Right now, we're not quite there. Europe, Asia, and Africa together only make up about 57% of Earth's total land area, so they don't officially qualify as a full supercontinent despite their proximity. But here's the kicker. It's all tied to Pangea, our most famous supercontinent buddy. Pangea ruled the roost from about 336 million years ago until around 175 million years ago, when it started splintering apart. Imagine South America and Africa like puzzle pieces. Their coasts still fit together snugly, hinting at where they once were joined. Before Pangea, there was Gondwana, a southern landmass, though not always called a supercontinent by everyone, and even older ones with names that don't roll off the tongue like Pangea does. These aren't just ancient relics. They're proof of continental drift, the relentless shuffling that gathers land into massive unions and then tears them apart. To clarify, continental drift isn't some quick change. It's a process measured in hundreds of millions of years. Forces deep inside Earth, like convection currents in the mantle, tug plates around, smashing them into supercontinents during squishy phases, and letting them drift apart in the spreading stages. Think of it like a cosmic game of musical chairs, but on a planetary scale. For example, the Atlantic Ocean is actively widening as the Americas pull away from Europe and Africa, proving things are still in motion. So, is this bunching permanent? Nope, not by a long shot. Over the next few tens of millions of years, we might see Eurasia inching eastward and the Americas westward, spreading things out a bit more evenly. But don't hold your breath for perfect balance. Plate tectonics is unpredictable. And here's where it gets controversial. Could humans be subtly influencing this natural process through activities like mining or large-scale construction? Some scientists debate if our actions might accelerate or alter drift, though evidence is thin. What do you think? Is it possible we're tampering with Earth's slow-motion symphony? Or is that just alarmist nonsense? Fast forward even farther, and who knows? Another supercontinent, perhaps something like Pangea Proxima, might emerge, bringing everything together again. Until then, if you could orbit Earth over the South Pacific, that colossal ocean with its own antipodal points, spots directly opposite each other on the globe, you'd see our planet as a mostly blue marble, dotted with tiny land specks. It's a humbling reminder that Earth is more ocean than continent, and our clustered lands are just a temporary arrangement in the grand scheme. What are your thoughts on this? Do you see Earth's continental setup as a sign of inevitable change? Or does the idea of future supercontinents spark worries about climate or ecosystems? Share your opinions in the comments. I'd love to hear if you agree, disagree, or have your own wild theories.